Hey everyone, Draco Prime 220 here, and this will be my my review of Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2, Episode 9, Ends of the Earth. We have returned to Skull Island, and I'm gonna be honest, Kentaro, you got one more episode to snap out of it. I'm sorry, Kentaro, if you don't snap out of it, I hope Kong, Titan X, some Titan, any Titan, kills him. Make him scream. You know, he said how, Kate, you lost your mind. You sure you weren't talking about yourself, Kentaro? Because I haven't minded Kentaro. I've liked him since Season 1 up to Episode 8 of Season 2, and this is the second episode where, I can't stand him. And, I'll be honest. I'll get into there will be spoilers. If you enjoy this video, like and subscribe for more. And just a heads up, there will be some cursing in here. We were like 7 minutes. I was actually at 7 minutes 47 seconds. I had to actually pause the episode and walk away for a couple minutes because I was so mad, and I'm still mad because Kentaro says, like, Kate's saying how that's inhumane, you take away her baby, and he's like, inhumane? They're not human. And I just was like, it doesn't fucking matter whether you're human, Titan, or any kind of animal that walks on this planet. When they have a baby, the one thing they are going to try to do, even to their last breath, is protect their baby and make sure it sees the light of day. Oh, I guess Kong's great parents, the Bones, I guess them being next to each other tells the story, because they say there's a story to tell, you know, with things like this. I guess Kong's parents, who are actually, and Kong's species is the most human of the Titans. I'm guessing, I guess Kong's parents didn't have the intellect to try and save their baby, probably knowing they would not see him again. I guess those skeletons are just out for show. I was so mad. And I know this is going a little farther in. Isabella reveals that they're going to try and open a rift to make it, like, stay open for, like, infinitely, so they can mess with time. Isabella is a crazy little witch. Yeah. In the words of Bane, the Bruja, which is Spanish for witch. She's lost it. She even has this one moment in her eyes where she's like she has this crazy look. I'm like, yeah, she's lost it. She's nuts. I don't know. I guess her mom. I guess her mom didn't give her enough hugs and kisses when she was younger, so she's got like. She reveals to Kentaro that Kong is like the only thing that could stand in their way, and she's like, we gotta kill Kong. We're gonna amplify Titan X's aggression and have them fight. And Kentaro's like, you didn't tell me that part of the plan. You're gonna kill Kong? You didn't tell me that part of the plan. And then she's like, what, you think I shouldn't? We can't? Or you don't want me to? And I'm like, oh, this bitch. Kong, please kill her. I'm really hoping, because in the 1933 Kong can kill people in a very gnarly way. Like, he can bite them, well, he already stomped on them, but seriously, please, Kong, Kokai, some Titan, kill her! Like, oh my god. But then at the end, when Kate escapes the helicopter and, actually finds the egg, because she says to him earlier in the episode, Kentaro, Dad would not want to see us like this. And he says, that's why he's doing this. And then he says, that's why I don't care what happens to Kong or Titan X. I'm like, you're basically helping and killing a protector of this island. A protector of a massive ecosystem. And you don't, and Titan X is a mother! You're basically it's basically murder. And then that's where the episode ends, because he thinks they can get Hiroshi back. Oh my god. Are you sure when you said Kate lost her mind, are you sure you weren't talking about yourself? Kintaro, you got one more episode to change my opinion of you. Oh my god. Oh. Because if you don't change your ways, well, you're not seeing the pearly gates of heaven now, are you? Please, Kintaro, I've liked you since season 1 up to episode 8, so please don't screw this up. Realize this little witch is using you, and because you really think she's gonna... Did you even really think she'd get... And even Kay says, you're being used. When she's done with you, she's gonna cut you like... She's playing you like a violin, and when she's done playing you, she's gonna cut your strings. Oh my god. Oh. I'm sorry if that was a bit of a rant. I am just so... I've never been... that's the thing that I like about this show. And all the complainers, get over yourselves. Yeah, it's called Monarch Legacy of Monsters. The monsters could mean anything. It could mean about all the cheating, all the pain. Pain itself can be like a monster. Because pain sometimes never goes away. It's generational at times. And I've never been this emotionally invested in a monster or Godzilla show or whatever since -1. The other MonsterVerse movies, the only one I got really invested in was Bryan Cranston in 2014. It's not my favorite of the MonsterVerse films, but it did kickstart everything, and I have to at least give it credit for that. But not since 2014 with Bryan Cranston have I been emotionally invested. The only one I've been really invested in was Gia from GVK and New Empire. I don't hate the actors or the actress. They are just so damn good that they make me love to hate them. And of course, Kurt Russell, oh my god, like every actor, every character they play is absolutely amazing. They have layers. There's not just like your typical cliche villain or your typical cliche, And honestly, Isabella gives me like original Toho Showa villain vibes. Like, she almost reminds me of the Futurians, because she wants to dabble with time. And they did. They came from the future, and she wants to mess with time. But not with the whole, like, flying saucer thing, you know? And that's why I don't understand why people are complaining. There's a second season, and something similar could happen, like how with season 1 when that wrapped up, maybe like a couple days later or something, season 2 was announced. Season 3 can be announced probably after season 2 wraps up, because it's doing good on the charts for Apple TV. I think it was like in one of the top 10 of most watched Apple TV shows. So, what's your complaining accomplishing? And they are taking tropes and homages. They are paying, not tropes, I'm sorry about that. They're taking, like, homages and callbacks from pretty much almost every version of the Godzilla series. In a way, this is taking, like, a turn with, like, Mothra vs. Godzilla, where greedy businessmen steal Mothra's egg. And with the time travel, the Futurians did that with their spaceship in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. And I'm surprised even the dates, like when they go to flashbacks, like 68, 55, 54, and everything else like that, those are all referencing, I bet those are like, even 62. Now, if anyone sits there and tells me, oh, that doesn't mean nothing, King Kong vs. Godzilla came out in 1962. Son of Godzilla came out in 1968. And ironically, the Lee Shaw series is taking place in 1984. Now, who made a big comeback in 1984? And it's just, I think this is being overly hated, and that better yet, It's stupidly being overhated because everyone has their expectations too high. Because they're thinking, oh, it's all about the monsters. No, it is first and foremost, it's a human story. It's showing how Titans have affected individuals and the world. How people are responding and reacting to this new reality. The monsters are the payoff. And I'm sorry, there are a couple of YouTubers I've seen that have done nothing but complaining and bitching about the show, but yet it's doing so damn good, and probably we are going to get third season. So one, your complaining and your negative criticism and your overhate is not accomplishing jack. And second of all, was it worth it? Because we're probably going to get a season 3 because it's really doing good. And on top, but I don't think we're going to get it right away. We're probably going to get it after the Lee Shaw series is done. So, I think personally, season 3 is inevitable. I'm sorry if I'm ranting a little bit, but I don't understand the hate. Can we just appreciate that we're in a time where we're going to be getting we're getting a couple other possible MonsterVerse series. One of them is the Lee Shaw series. We're getting Supernova, Minus Zero. We're possibly getting the second part of Shinjuku Burns. We're getting a Toho Godzilla world, their own cinematic universe, where other monsters that have not gotten no love in years are going to get some love. And we're probably going to get a new console game before 2028 because it was said about that by Toho, the heads of Toho. And probably we're going to get more MonsterVerse films. We are living in a time where Godzilla is at the peak. He's crossed over with Ninja Turtles, now Sonic, Power Rangers, Batman and Superman. The only one that has gone that far of crossing over recently with any Marvel is Superman meets Spider-Man. Godzilla he's even clashing with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they're even making another comic called He Conquers the Multiverse. How can people not be appreciative and sit back and just be like, wow, we're actually getting a lot of good stuff, both in the works and coming soon. Why can't you all be appreciative? Where, where MonsterVerse is focusing on, Monarch with a more human story, Toho is going to be cramming out Godzilla spin-offs and movies like you couldn't imagine. So really, stop complaining. I can't tell you what to do, but seriously, if you don't want to complain, just sit back and take everything in and just appreciate. Please. It's just, I'm not trying to be mean or be a jerk, but it just upsets me that so many good things Godzilla, kaiju related are coming and happening that you're too focused on overly hating a second season. Because you had your expectations way too high. Learn to appreciate what we are getting. Because if it wasn't for the MonsterVerse, do you all think this would be happening right now? Would we have the Reiwa era? Comics included? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound mean here, but please, just open your eyes and open your mind and just sit back and be like, yeah, I don't like Monarch Season 2, but we still got so much more to look forward to where my monster appetite will be filled. And for God's sake, we're probably going to be getting Space Godzilla and Supernova. All we're waiting for is Legendary to officially confirm it. But, anyway, I'm sorry. Isabella, Amber Midthunder, like I said, I don't hate the actors. I like them. I love to hate the characters they're playing right now. All of them have layers, such emotional depth. And Billy, you got my respect, man. You got my respect. I've never seen such a devoted person to a loved one, ever. It makes me look back on 2017's Kong Skull Island very differently now. I actually cried when she found all the letters. I actually teared up. I actually had to pause the show again, and I was crying. And also what these people are doing on the island, not only are they wanting to kill Kong, they're triggering him. Because they actually activate the skull crawler sounds. And I'm like, oh my god, he doesn't need that. And he pops out like he's among the mountains. He pops out and he's like, he's all pumped up. He's ready for a fight. And of course, you're emotionally and memory-wise triggering him. Nice, guys. Kong doesn't really appear a lot, but he is kind of sprinkled throughout the episode. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is just terrible. Like, I feel so sorry for Kong because someone wants him dead. We all know he doesn't die, but the fact that someone is wanting to go out of their way to kill him out of personal gain is just revolting. And the scenery is absolutely stunning. It is gorgeous. Kong, it gives me a lot of that original Kong Skull Island vibes with the scenery, the real location shots. Absolutely gorgeous. And I love the little music piece when they're returning to Skull Island on the boats. They have this very foreboding music. I love it. Poor Kokai. I am so sorry. She's breaking my heart. After what they're putting her through, they knock her out. They use the egg as bait. And there's even this one scene where she looks at Kintaro and is like, I remember you. And she goes to lunge at him, and I'm like, yeah, she has it in for you. She has it in for you, Kintaro. She's gonna get you, Kenny. Did I say that? Ooh. Speaking of which, I'm sorry if, I actually kind of can picture if, like, Chiro from Godzilla's Revenge or any other kid character that was obnoxious grew up, I could see them being like this, but maybe 10 times worse. Yeah. I felt so sorry, and the thing is, they're amplifying her aggression to control her. And you see her getting all shocked and everything. I'm like, oh my god, this is like next level animal cruelty here. And I just felt so bad for Kokai. But now I'm going to talk about probably everyone who wants to know. The big G-Man, Godzilla. Respect to Godzilla. I did like the little chase they had at the beginning, but Godzilla let her go. He was making sure she was going to get home. He was putting everything back in balance. I like that. I like how she curls on this rock, and she's like growling at him, and Godzilla's just staring at her. And I have to say, the effects when he comes out of the water, and it's raining, and he's glowing, he looks amazing. But the fact is that he lets her go, saying, basically, go home. Just go. You're not meant to be here right now, you gotta go home. That's why I think Godzilla is a good king. Can he learn a little self-control? Yeah. Can he learn not to be so alpha, like to the point where he attacks pretty much anything that moves? Yes. And I do like how Lee Shaw's team Godzilla, where he's like, Godzilla's not scared of nothing. Yeah, I like that. I actually like that attitude that he has about Godzilla, because Godzilla isn't afraid. He, just, if it's unnecessary battle between two alphas, why have a fight if it's unnecessary? He's in his area, he's in his, I did like how they did say, track down Godzilla as long as you can. So maybe in the final episode, which is next week, we may see him again? I don't know. Hopefully. I don't think we're going to see much of him in the last episode. Maybe like a little, glimpse of him of where he's heading. He's probably heading to his temple. That's probably what we're going to possibly see. I could be completely wrong. Just everything about this episode, I was angry, I was happy, I was sad, I was like, this is a beautiful, beautiful scenery. Good music, too. And also, I'm never gonna make a garden. And if I ever go take a trip in the woods, if I see a vine, I'm gonna make sure to walk over it. Because there's a creature that shows up called the Vine Strangler. And, oh my god, it was creepy. It looked like it had the head of a hammerhead shark or something, and it looked human. Did they get inspiration from Matango? And instead of a fungi, it's a plant? Ugh, it was freaky. But really cool little sequence. And, once again, finding Billy's camera in the boneyard. It was really cool to see the boneyard again, too. I'm just surprised there's no skull crawlers at this point. Did they go back to sleep since Kong has been getting bigger? Or where are they? I don't know, but oh my god, I felt so sorry for Keiko. And just knowing how devoted and how much he loved Keiko really gets to me and makes me look at him very differently in Kong Skull Island. I have to give this episode a 8.5 out of 10 because I have to say, the one thing that really kind of got me was how, mainly Kentaro and Isabella. And also the fact is, there was like a little, I don't know what was going on with the CGI with Kong, but I don't know if it was like the terrain he was on, but his arms looked a little lanky, like not as, like ripped as he is, I will admit, I do like how Kong looks here. He's not as old as he is in GVK, but I do like that he has this more ragged, rugged-looking fur on him. Like, he looks a little rough, I did read the synopsis for the final episode. I am so pumped. This is the closest we're gonna get of King Kong versus Biollante in a way. Because in a way, Kokai is like a aquatic version of Biollante. The way she kind of hovers over like a certain way, and it's just instead of a plant, she's an aquatic creature. But this is the closest we're gonna get to a fight like King Kong versus Biollante, which is cool. It kind of reminds me on Toho Kingdom, they make these fan matches where you got either a group of monsters or one monster against another. There was even one a while back where Kong fight someone I can't remember what it was. It was Kong eats mushrooms of the Matango and becomes like a Matango Kong creature. So, I'm actually really excited to see what it is. I'm actually see how the fight goes down, and I'm really pumped. Lee Shaw is also going on a dangerous mission. We don't know what this mission is, and I just hope Kokai gets home safely with her baby. I will be doing a spoiler review of that episode when it comes out next week. I won't probably be doing, I wait till Friday to do it because sometimes I'm kind of busy on Thursdays, so I don't have time to watch the episode or do a review. But, I'd have to say, overall, this season has really been spectacular to me. I'd have to say, between the emotional depth, the monstrous payoffs, and also the gutsy approach of teasing, not having Godzilla show up until the 8th episode, that's pretty good. That's gutsy, because in a lot of movies, Godzilla never really showed up until either 45 minutes or nearly an hour in. Once again, good example, Terror Mechagodzilla. I am excited to see what this internet breaker is, because they have said there's been a lot of people saying they know what this is. Please, no spoilers or you will be blocked. No spoilers on what this internet breaking surprise is. Please, don't spoil it. You will be blocked. So, I'm excited for this final episode, and I'm hoping shortly after, Season 3 is announced. Once again, 8.5, really solid episode. Everything about it I liked, and I have to give credit. I have to say congratulations to the cast, crew, for how much hard work they've done in these 2 seasons. And it really shows, no matter what critics' negativity is said, it doesn't matter if you're King Kong or Godzilla, they'll take you head on. Long live the kings. So until next time, I am Draco Prime 220, signing off.